A well-configured subwoofer is the cornerstone of a powerful audio system, delivering the deep bass that enhances the overall sound experience. However, the wiring configuration of your subwoofer plays a vital role in determining its performance, efficiency, and sound quality. The way you wire your subwoofer affects how electrical current flows, impacting impedance, power handling, and ultimately, the quality of the sound produced. Understanding the different wiring options and how they interact with your subwoofers and amplifier is essential for achieving the best possible sound. In this blog, we'll explore how to choose the right wiring configuration to optimize your subwoofer's performance. Understanding the basics, series versus parallel wiring. Before diving into specific configurations, it's important to understand the basics of series and parallel wiring, as these are the foundation of any subwoofer setup. Series wiring. In a series configuration, the positive terminal of one subwoofer is connected to the negative terminal of the next. This increases the total impedance, measured in ohms, of the system by adding the impedance of each subwoofer together. For example, wiring two 4-ohm subwoofers in series would result in an 8-ohm load. Series wiring is typically used when you need to increase the impedance to match the amplifier's capabilities. Parallel wiring. In a parallel configuration, all positive terminals are connected together, and all negative terminals are connected together. This decreases the total impedance by dividing the impedance of each subwoofer by the number of subwoofers. For instance, wiring two 4-ohm subwoofers in parallel would result in a 2-ohm load. Parallel wiring is often used to decrease impedance, allowing the amplifier to deliver more power. Choosing the right configuration for your system. The right wiring configuration depends on several factors, including the number of subwoofers, their impedance, and the power output of your amplifier. Let's explore some common scenarios. Single subwoofer setup. If you're running a single subwoofer, the wiring configuration is straightforward. You'll connect the subwoofer directly to the amplifier, matching the subwoofer's impedance to the amplifier's output. For example, if you have a 4-ohm subwoofer, you'll want to ensure that your amplifier is stable at 4 ohms to deliver optimal power. Dual subwoofer setup. Series wiring. When using two subwoofers with the same impedance, series wiring can be an effective choice. For instance, if you have two 4-ohm subwoofers, wiring them in series would result in an 8-ohm load. This configuration is ideal if your amplifier is better suited to higher impedance loads. Dual subwoofer setup. Parallel wiring. Alternatively, if your amplifier can handle lower impedance loads, parallel wiring might be the better option. Wiring two 4-ohm subwoofers in parallel results in a 2-ohm load, allowing the amplifier to deliver more power. However, be cautious with parallel wiring, as lower impedance can put more strain on your amplifier. Multiple subwoofer setup. For systems with 3 or more subwoofers, the wiring configuration becomes more complex. You may need to use a combination of series and parallel wiring to achieve the desired impedance. For example, wiring 3 4-ohm subwoofers in a series parallel configuration can give you a 4-ohm load, which might be ideal for your amplifier. Proper wiring for optimal performance. Proper wiring is essential not only for performance but also for safety and longevity. Here are some tips to ensure you're wiring your subwoofers correctly. Use the right wire gauge. Using the correct wire gauge is crucial for maintaining signal integrity and preventing power loss. For subwoofers, 12 GA wires or 14 GA wires are generally recommended. However, if you're running a high-power setup, you may need to use thicker wires like 10 GA wires. Check the amplifier's stability. Before finalizing your wiring configuration, make sure your amplifier is stable at the chosen impedance. Overloading your amplifier by wiring to a lower impedance than it can handle can cause overheating, distortion, or even damage. Secure connections. Ensure that all connections are secure and free from corrosion. Loose or corroded connections can lead to poor sound quality or electrical issues. Use high-quality connectors and regularly inspect your wiring to maintain optimal performance. Conclusion: choosing the right subwoofer wiring configuration is essential for optimizing your audio system's performance. Whether you're looking to increase power output, achieve the perfect impedance match, or simply ensure a reliable connection, understanding the basics of series and parallel wiring is key. By carefully selecting the right configuration and using proper wiring techniques, you can unlock the full potential of your subwoofer. Remember, the right wiring configuration not only enhances sound quality but also ensures the safety and longevity of your equipment. Take the time to plan your setup, choose the appropriate wire gauge, and secure all connections for the best possible results.